Welcome at the Board for Upskill Growth of India. This is the sessions, and every sessions we try to our best way to have the new lessons and the new book. This time, Mind Management, Not Time Management by David Kadavy. This is the book, and this book will going to understand some lessons. We are here to understand the 10th lesson. When we consider about the productivity, when we consider about the excellent outcome from our day-to-day work habit, always the traditionally time management techniques which is giving the more stress. When we complete our work within a scheduled time or the block time framing, definitely the productivity will be the very high efficient. But the first time David Kadavy gave the message, when a task, the classification of a task, which are the deep or meaningful tasks, which are the low value tasks, when we perform this task according to our the mental state, according to our the brain energy level, this alignment of our task with our mental state, definitely it will give the productivity, but the productivity have the value of the creativity. This is the theme of this, we could say the book. One by one we're going to understand which are the 10 lessons, and these are the 10 lessons we have to understand very well also. Now the first lesson, optimize your mental energy. See, focus on managing your mental energy instead of trying to cram tasks into the set setup. Work when your brain is at its peak for the creative and the complex tasks. This is the most important thing. Maybe somehow we skip to understand the mental energy. Mental energy, when we have to understand when it is at the high level. When it is at the high level, we have to optimize this mental energy instead of the cram tasks into the set settings. And if we understand my brain, my biological the time it is at the peak of the creativity, definitely creative and the complex tasks will be performed very well. And this is the first lesson we have to try to understand. Now, when we want to shift for the second lesson, and second lesson give the idea about the embrace the creative cycle. Recognize and leverage the natural ebb and flow of our creativity, your creativity. Use the high energy period for the creativity or creative works and low energy times for the routine tasks. I feel this creativity cycles we have to embrace in a very David Kadavy. This is the we could see the summarize the things. We have to understand the natural ebb and the flow when my biological rhythm, which has the high energy period, and when it has the low energy period. When there is a high energy period, go for the creative work. When there is a low energy period, my biological rhythm said, go for the administrative talk, go for the routine task. The second lesson is the embrace the creative cycle. Now we move for the third task, and the third task is the define of the separate the creative work from the administrative work. As a professional life, we have to perform the two types of work. One is a routine work, one is a repetitive works, or we could say into administrative works also. Avoid the mixing of the creative thinking with administrative tasks to prevent the cognitive overload and maintain the focus. David Kadavy clearly mentions we have to understand this is my administrative work, this is my repetitive work, and this is my the creative thing. Therefore, this is a classification is very important. We have to classify which is the my creative work and which is my administrative work. Separate the creative work and administrative work. When we classify this work, definitely we will going to prioritize our work according to the mental state of our energy, and that is the third lesson. When we want to move for the next lesson, And the next lesson and the fourth lesson is talking about the we could say the fourth lesson, use the momentum to your advantage. Use the momentum to your advantage. When we have the momentum, if we understand, build the momentum by starting very small with very easy tasks which can help the transition into the large challenging product. That is the use the momentum your advantage. By starting the small and easy task, maybe it will give the kind of high energy state where transition from the larger to the more challenging work is more positive. Next, we'll have the 5 lessons, and the 5th lesson, which is talking about the prioritize the flow over the efficiency. Till we believe the outcome is essential, till we believe the efficiency is more important. But productivity, instead of the focusing on the productivity, aim to enter a state of flow. We have to understand which state of the flow where even the best and most satisfying work happen. That's one thing we have to be done. So maybe some people it is in morning time, maybe some people it is in noon time, maybe some people it is the before the sleep. And we have to be understand this is my time, or this is my flow where I feel the creative and the deep meaningful works happen. And this is prioritize. We have to prioritize the work for align that kind of the work and the prioritize the flow, the efficiency. This is the 5th lessons we have to understand from this book. When we want to shift for the 6th lessons or the 6th takeaway point, the 6th takeaway point is a focus on quality time. As book itself mentioned, mind management, not time management. But the 6th lesson, focus on a quality time. What is meaning of the quality time? Dedicate undistracted time to deep work rather than spreading your attention across the multiplier tasks or the interruptions. Quality times, when you believe this is my quality time according to my high energy level or the mental state, we have to invest, we have to focus. First type of the qualitative time, undistracted time. I know when I have the undistracted time. Each and everybody knows undistracted time. And if we understand undistracted time, we have to focus this undistracted time to deep work rather than spreading our attention across the multiple tasks or the interruption. This is the 6th lesson by David Kadavy. I feel this book is very unique. But day to day, as a professionals, as the management people, we are doing this activity. But sometimes we feel the prioritize our on quality time. Again, it's playing a very important time. When we want to shift for the 7th lessons, it talk about the break the given work into the work sessions also. Divide your task into manageable. This is most important. Manageable session based on how long you can sustain the focus. This is the big long-term task. Break into the manageable work session, and we have to be understand in such a way what extent, how long you can sustain the focus, rather than forcing yourselves to follow the rigid time block. Book itself mentioned. We have to respect our energy time instead of to perform the work in a scheduled time. And this is the beauty of this book. Time management, but in other aspect. This is the again lesson. Break work into the work sessions based on how long you can sustain the focus. If you sustain the focus for particular work more than 4 hours, then definitely this is your break the bigger work into the work session. Now we are here sit for the 8th lesson, refrain procrastination. Procrastination is a part and parcel of life, but sometimes procrastination of our work we feel some kind depressed or unhappy. Procrastination is not always a bad thing. This is one thing. Maybe sometimes we have to believe on the supernatural, this procrastination of this work. It can sometimes be a signal that you need more clarity. You need the more energy before tackling the task. In this way, we have to understand. Procrastinations may be for some moment we have to take in a very positive aspect also. Procrastination is not always bad, but it signals us you need to more clarity, energy before tackling the task also. And the second last lesson we have to learn, that is the ninth lesson. And this ninth lesson talking about the develop the task hierarchy. Understand which tasks require high mental energy. Tasks like the creative tasks, like the strategic planning, which we have to classify into the high tasks if it requires the high energy time, versus we have to hierarchy in such a way, repetitive work or administrative work, these are the less demanding. And the task hierarchy we have to understand according to our the mental energy level. And the 10th lessons is talking about the redefine the productivity. Redefine the productivity, shift your mindset from doing the more to doing the better. Means quantitative wise productivity is always not rewarding for our mental state. When we are converting, when the transferring the more work into the better work, focus on the meaningful work, focus on the deep work, and that aligns with your goals, with your values and long-term visions also. And this is the books is clearly mentions, or we could say the encourage the alignment of our mental state, alignment of our high energy state with the task also. And I believe this book classify the profile of high work, all kind of the work, and in summarize high energy work, which is classified into the creative or the strategic planning, always perform when we have the high energy mental state. Low energy tasks or low energy task which is allotted for those type of the tasks, low energy time or low energy rhythm, we understand allow for the day-to-day activity or administrative work and the repetitive works also. And these are the lessons encouraging the alignment your mental state and energy level with the nature of your work, enabling you to achieve the better result with the less stress. Mind management, not by the time management. These are the 10 lessons. Maybe if we understand thoroughly, it is very easy to classify our work and align our tasks, align our work profile on the basis of our mental state.